Despite the show's enduring popularity, there's no denying one cringeworthy aspect of The Big Bang Theory's 12-season run. When the final episode of The Big Bang Theory aired, it had already become the most popular sitcom in television history. At its height, the show was so popular that it rivaled Friends as the most watched sitcom of all time, drawing in an average of 20 million viewers each week. Similarly, despite New Girl's critical acclaim, it could never compete with The Big Bang Theory in terms of viewership. This is one area where the program appears to be a clear frontrunner for the honor of most iconic CBS sitcom of all time, until they recall that one uncomfortable exception. Since MASH ran on the same network as The Big Bang Theory decades ago, it will never be CBS's most iconic sitcom. With an unprecedented 106 million viewers for the 1983 conclusion of MASH, Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen, the anti-war satire is still the most watched television program of all time. In terms of cultural effect, The Big Bang Theory had no chance competing with its conclusion, which is still considered the biggest TV event of all time. Based on Robert Altman's 1970 film of the same name, MASH takes place in Uijeongbu, South Korea, amid the Korean War. The original source material for both the series and the previous film was a book by Dr. Richard Hornberger, MASH, a novel about three army doctors, published under the pen name Richard Hooker. Radar, Hot Lips, and Alan Alda's legendary anti-hero Hawkeye were among the many novel characters that were immediately transformed into the film and television series. While MASH was able to remark on the then ongoing American invasion of Vietnam through its anti-war themes and examination of trauma, it didn't hinder the show from enjoying itself. First and foremost, MASH was a legendary sitcom, and the heartbreaking climax was all the more poignant because of the hilarious script. In the year 2025, American television viewers probably won't see many comedies as politically bold as MASH. Still, it's hard to ignore the fact that MASH influenced not just one but two subsequent generations of television shows. This was accomplished by the series by serving as a model for subsequent office comedies. Within a decade of MASH's debut, similar workplace comedic setups were used by Barney Miller, Taxi, and Cheers. The influence of MASH on the network sitcom scene was already substantial before Cheers gave rise to the spin-off Frasier. Workplace comedies reached new heights of popularity in the 2000s and 2010s. Although the format was revived in the 1990s with Night Court, Murphy Brown, Scrubs, News Radio, and Just Shoot Me, it was the U.S. adaptation of The Office that rekindled the spark that had been struck by MASH years before. Viewers were captivated by The Office sitcom concept in Parks and Recreation, Abbott Elementary, Superstore, Parks and Recreation After The Office, and DMV. So, while young Sheldon and Georgie and Mandy's first marriage were both directly inspired by The Big Bang Theory, it's hard to say that the show had nearly as much of an influence on popular culture as MASH. There have been numerous fruitful variations on MASH's central idea prior to its cancellation. The Big Bang Theory, on the other hand, did not give rise to a slew of comedic series about well-intentioned but socially awkward individuals, and the few such series that did, including Dads and The Great Indoors, were swiftly canceled. The format of MASH, a workplace sitcom, was ubiquitous in the 1980s and saw a renaissance in the 2000s.